students, today in this video we are going to study about speed and velocity. Speed and velocity basically used to measure the rate of motion. So what is the rate of motion? Means how fast or slow the motion is. That if anything is traveling, if any car, bus, anything that is moving, so how much the fast, what is the speed, means how fast or slow its motion. So it shows by this speed and velocity. This speed and velocity both shows that how the motion was, and that is fast or slow. Means if the distance, let's take one example, that if there is a person A and if it start B and the second person B, if both start running, A completes the 100-meter race in 5 minutes and B completes the 100-meter race in 10 minutes. So we can say that A is more faster than B. A is more faster than B because A covers the 100-meter distance only in 5 minutes, but B takes 10 minutes to cover it. So we can say that A runs faster than the B. So it shows that how fast or slow the motion is. So it shows the rate of motion, means at how much time the distance is covered. It's very important. So here we include both the thing, distance as well as time. Means A cover 100 meter in 5 minutes and B cover 100 meter same distance in 10 minutes. So we can say that A is more fast than the B. So the speed, we can say that the speed of A, that is speed of A is more than the B. Speed of A is more than B. So that is, this speed and velocity measures the rate of motion. So now there is a difference between speed and velocity also. Basically, speed and velocity used for measure the rate of motion. But there is a difference. Speed is a scalar quantity. It means it shows only the magnitude. It had only the magnitude and no direction. So in this example we can say that the speed of A is faster than B because there is no any magnification, no any direction is cleared, that in which direction the A is moving, right, in east direction, in west direction, in north, south, no direction is clear, just only the magnitude is clear that A's speed is more than the B. So speed shows only the magnitude, means how fast the A is, shows the magnitude. So let's take one more example, that the speed, have you ever seen the speedometer in your car or vehicle? That speedometer shows the speed, about the speed of the vehicle. So what the speed of the vehicle is? So the speed of the vehicle is of 25 kilometer per hour, means it moves, it's having only the 25 kilometer, the magnitude is here, only it shows the magnitude, that the speed of the car is 25 kilometer per hour, means the car is moving 25 kilometer distance in 1 hour. So that is the speed. The general formula, we know that how to calculate the speed. Speed is equal to distance by time. These two things is very important to find out the speed. So how much distance covered in how much time, it shows that the object is moving, having how much speed, that it's fast or slow, or how much speed it has. So distance and time is very important. The unit that we basically used, that is your meter per second. We can say that distance is measured in meter, time is measured in second. So we can write it meter per second. If there is a distance is taken in the kilometer, then we will take hour. So this is all about the speed. So speed shows it's a scalar quantity, and it shows only the magnitude, that how the speed, what the speed of the particular vehicle or particular object is moving. So it shows only the magnitude. Now velocity. So velocity is a vector quantity, means speed with direction. Speed with direction. Same as it also shows that how fast and what is the rate of motion in a given direction. In a given direction means that car is moving 25 km per hour in west direction. So it shows the velocity. Whenever the direction is here, if we can say that speed of car is, that is 25 km per hour in west direction, it means it shows the velocity. It shows the velocity of the car, that it specifies the west direction. So the speed with the direction is known as velocity. Now you already understood how to calculate the speed, distance and time. Velocity, we will take the displacement. So displacement is that is same as the distance. When we take the magnitude, it will be the same per unit time. So displacement by time. Here the speed, distance. So distance is the scalar quantity. So we will take distance here. Velocity is your displacement. That is your vector quantity. So we will take here vector quantity, and here is the time. So we can say that by these two formula we can calculate the speed and velocity. Now average speed is the total distance covered by an object by the total time taken. So let's see one example. If an object is moving first 5 km in 1 hour, then again it will cover 2 km in we can take that 10 km in 2 hours. So what we will do, we will calculate 5 plus 10 by total time taken, that is 3. So that is your average speed. So average speed we will take as total distance covered by an object by the total time taken by the object. So here you will able to see the first vehicle move 5 km, then vehicle move 10 km, and when we add both the thing, divided by time, the total time taken 1 hour and 2 hour. So here we will find out the average speed. Same in the average velocity, total displacement by the total time taken. Now let's see some more detail about the velocity. Now uniform velocity. Basically velocity having the speed with direction. We can say that the velocity is the speed and the with direction. When there is no change in speed and no change in direction, then we called it uniform velocity. What we called it? Uniform velocity. So if there is no change in speed, no change in direction, means let's take one example. If car is moving with constant speed, that is of 2 km per hour, and in a same direction, in west direction or east, it will be the east direction, then we can say that this car is moving with 2 kilometer per hour. The speed will be 2 kilometer and the direction is east. So there is no change in the speed and direction of the vehicle, then we call it uniform velocity. Now, non-uniform velocity, when there is a change in speed as well as in direction, then we call it non-uniform velocity. Then what we call it? Non-uniform velocity. So speed and direction is very important to find out the uniform velocity and non-uniform velocity. Now let's take the example that how to calculate the average velocity. So we have understood that the simple way to calculate the average velocity is the total displacement taken by the total time taken. But in the graph and when we were going to find out to calculate in the graph or a particular initial and final position given, then how can we calculate the average velocity? So let's see the graph, displacement and time graph. We have to understand first that the speed is equal to distance by time. So the graph will form against distance and distance and time graph, and here for the velocity it's a displacement and time graph. So displacement by time, displacement, this is called displacement and this x-axis is the time, that is your y by x axis. We can make it, we can by to finding the velocity time graph, velocity about anything, we will divide displacement by time. So the graph should be formed of displacement and time graph for the finding the velocity. For finding the speed, we have to make a graph of distance and time, because speed is equal to distance by time. So y by x, that is your distance by time graph, it shows the speed. So that graph shows the speed, and displacement and time graph, this displacement and time graph shows the velocity. Okay, so let's see how to calculate the average velocity. We have, because the two things, that displacement and time is important for finding the velocity. So we will put the particular graph and the similar there is a time here and displacement is given. So you will find here that there is a initial point, that is your 0. So you will take an initial point is equal to 0, and the final point, the final position of that the object traveled, that final position of the object traveled is 40. Okay, now time, so here the time 1 is your 0, and final time where it have achieved the last traveled the last point, that is your time 2 is equal to 40. So when we put this all things in here, so final position is the 40. So we can put here 40. This is your final position. V shows the final and U shows the initial. So final position is your 40 minus initial position is 0, because that it start to travel here from 0. So here 0. Now time, it start from time 0 and it's of t2 and minus t1 means what is the final time. So here 40 minus, here is the initial point, initial time 0. So we can get it 40 by 40, that is of 1. So we can say that the average velocity of the object traveled is the 1 meter per second. 1 meter per second. So average velocity, that is meters. So basically average velocity will be find out from the final position, from where the object start and where it get. So from final position, when we minus the final position minus initial position, So by time 2 minus time 1, then we get the average velocity. So here you have to find from the graph or in the question that what is the final position, what is the initial position, when then we subtract it and by divided by the time, that the final time, and by minus when subtract the final time and the initial time, then we get the average velocity. Now the third is the next point, that is of speed, and that is speed distance time graph. We know that to find out the speed, we know distance divided by time. So here we have taken the distance time, and here we have taken the displacement time, because we want to find out the velocity. So the graph should be formed of distance and time graph. So you are able to see, I already prepare a table for you, that here distance by time. So we know that speed is equal to distance by time. So distance and time is here. So for distance 5 at time 1, at distance covered in 1 second is 5 meter. Okay, so 5 meter distance is covered in 1 second. Then second one, 10 meter is covered in 2 second. 15 is covered in 15 meter is covered in 3 second, and 20 is covered in 20 meter is covered in 4 second. When you divide it, speed is equal to distance by time, so you will get distance by time is equal to 5. For this, for the second, 10 by 2 is equal to 5. For 15 by 3 is equal to 5, and 20 by 4 is equal to 5. So you will getting everywhere you are getting 5, the constant. So you will say that this is the uniform speed. The object is moving with the uniform speed. When object is moving with the uniform speed. So here the distance by time, when you divide 5 by 1, distance by time, distance by time, distance by time, distance divided by time, you will get 5, 5, 5, 5 in each case. So you will find here that this is the object is moving with uniform speed. So in this way you are able to find out the calculation about the speed and velocity. You understood that the graph about the speed and velocity also, that we will use distance time graph for the speed and velocity, that is displacement time graph for the velocity. And you also understood that how to find the average velocity, the final position minus initial position by time 2 minus time 1. So this is all about the graph. And you will get one different type of graph, that it's a straight line graph. Here you will find the constant. So if there is a in this way there is a line is parallel to the x-axis, it means that here at 1 second it cover 15, 2 second it cover 15, 3 second it means this is the rest. There is no speed. They will show no any speed. The object is at stationary. So this is all about the velocity and speed.